Content creation, Madam Speaker. These are people who are very poor, Madam Speaker. The Kenya Kwanza government campaigned on a platform of bottom up. Did this bottom up meaning stealing money from the bottom and feeding the up? Madam Speaker, the content creators, for them to earn a living, somebody must have viewership of around 3 million for this person to earn 10,000 Kenya shillings. Madam Speaker, is this really fair, Madam Speaker, to punish Kenyans? Because number one, the Kenya Kwanza government promised 1 million jobs within the first year. They never delivered. They're already punishing poor Kenyans. Number two, Madam Speaker, the same content creators who are getting jobs on their own are also being punished for creating jobs for themselves.
And seeking to amend clause 7, and the justification for this, Madam Speaker, is that this tax, which is put at 5% and which was dropped for 15%, literally targets the very people whom we are calling the hustlers. Madam Speaker, the content creators, the ones that we seek to remove or ask to pay the 5%, are not the sort of persons that my good friend, Honorable KJ, refers to as professionals. It takes quite some time to develop content. And content creation, even after you have been able to develop, takes time before you get to the next content, and to take away 5% from you, from this hustler, from that person whom we have set digital corners and ICT hubs in Mathare and everywhere, to take away 5% from them. 5% is to impoverish these people and to put them in a situation where during these hard economic times, during these times when the economy is struggling, as we all admit that it is struggling, we ought to have staggered this and put them in a band in which we are able to say that people who are earning below 500,000 on content creation ought to have been exempt. So that we begin by saying, if you're making money on digital content beyond 500,000 to 1 million, you pay X amount. If you're making digital content, like my good friend Jalash, and you're earning 3 million from digital content, then you're able to pay X amount. But to put a blanket figure on that person in my constituency in Mathare, who makes 50,000 on a content, 100,000 on a content, and has to wait for another 3 months to be able to develop content to earn another money, is punitive at a time when the economy is struggling, and this hits at the very core, at the very heart of the hustler nation. And so I'm trying to persuade us that we drop this particular and exempt the people that are affected by this. I move on, Madam Chair.